Hey friends, I just want to tell you about some blessings that I've had in my life recently. I broke my cell phone. I don't have it with me. Had some issues with it. And I asked a friend at my bunco group if anybody had a phone that they weren't using, and a sweet friend gave me this. I don't like Apples as much. I have a hard time because you can't transfer things as easily and you can't add memory. So I like droids. And so I was happy that she gave it to me, but it's not my carrier. So I was able to tell somebody else I was having some problems unlocking this one to use on my carrier. And she said her sister sent her a phone that they aren't going to be using, so I ended up getting a second phone for free. And but the first girl gave me a fast charge, so I have a fast charge, 2 phones. But so I just thought I was very grateful. I'm very blessed with sweet friends that are very generous. So there's the phone blessing. And I had an experience yesterday where I bought a bag of jewelry, and it had some gold in it, and which is unusual because for about a year they haven't had any gold in them, and so they must have had a new jewelry person at the place. So last night I was opening the bags and I got this ring. And it is a 1-carat diamond, and I went to the diamond, I took it to 2 places today. I took it to, well, 3 actually. I took it to a jewelry store and they verified it was a real diamond. And she said that this clasp, that has a really cool clasp on it, is for arthritis. Now, I looked up the clasp and I'm aware it's $500 to have buy this clasp, but I didn't know what it was for. I'd never seen it before, and it's for arthritic people who have bent knuckles or big knuckles or broken a finger, so that they can get the ring over it. So it opens up. It's on hinges, and you open it up. You can put it on and then lock it, and then it will stay on. So it actually fits me, and I love the setting, and I think it's beautiful. However, as I was going to bed last night, I had a memory come to me of about a month ago at the secondhand store, where one of the managers told me that a couple had come in frantic that they had donated accidentally a wedding ring. And so I was super excited because I'm like, this will help me pay the bills. I've got issues with the house and other things, and I was so excited. But then I thought, what if it was me that lost the ring? So I went back to the secondhand store today and I spoke to one of the managers. And he wasn't the one that I was talking to. The other ones won't be back till Monday. So I will go back on Monday and see if I can find the person who lost it. Because, I mean, it's 1 carat. It's about $10,000, $11,000 plus with this hinge. It's a very expensive ring. And I personally would love it. So it's beautiful and I would love to have it. But I will see if I can find the owner because that's who I am. Anyway, so I then took it to, the reason I went to the diamond store to have it checked, I checked on my diamonds tester, and it did ring true to be a diamond, but I just was so surprised that, it's a big diamond. And I can show you. Oh wait, that's got to warm up. So it is a large diamond, and I thought I didn't want to go back and try and find the owner if it wasn't real. So I then took it to the pawn shop to see what they would appraise it at, because I was trying to find out if it was a 1 carat or a larger, because it seems like it could be a little bit larger than 1 carat, like maybe 1 1/4, 1 1/3 maybe, by looking at the diamond sizing guide or the stone sizing guide. So I was looking at it and trying to figure like which size it is, right? So that's 1 carat, and that's 1 1/4, and 1 1/2. It seems like it's not quite 1 1/2, but so I was thinking, but the only way to know is to actually take it out and weigh it. So I wanted to make sure before I did anything. So right, so then I wanted to make sure, and also see if I could see the size. The jewelry store will not appraise anything, won't give you any indication. That's just their policy. So I went to the pawn shop thinking maybe he would know. Couldn't hurt. I haven't been to the pawn shop in years and years and years. We had some company a couple of years back that walked in there, and we went in, but it wasn't like I was going to buy anything. But I used to buy videos there all the time years and years and years ago. But so I hadn't been in there in a long time, and he was going to give me $600 for it. He said, I quote, "If you are going to sell this, you're going to want to sell it." I wasn't going to sell it to him, but I was hoping that he could tell me a little bit more. But you're going to want to sell it privately, because he mentioned $10,000. And that's what, when I looked it up last night, that's about what 10 to 12,000 is what they were looking like. But I love the design. I love the little floral design. I think it's beautiful. So if I can't find the owner, then I will probably sell it, but I think it's beautiful. I love it. So there was that blessing. Any which way I can be an instrument in getting it to the person who it belongs to, or I get the benefits and the blessings of having that little gift there. And plus I got some other gold in the jewelry bags anyway. And then last night I went to a Christmas party for my church, and I am on a very limited diet. I've been gluten-free for years. I cannot do a lot of fats because I have yellow fatty liver, some issues with my liver. So I cannot eat most meats, fatty things. I can't eat a lot of foods, and certain vegetables, beans, I can't eat those, broccoli, those kind of things. So I am super limited on what I can eat, and they're so sweet there's some other people in the congregation that are also gluten-free, and they're really sweet to make sure that they have something that we can eat. So they had it catered, and I got, and I think I'm doing another post on this about freezing this, but I got 2 huge catering pans full of mashed potatoes. Now, mashed potatoes has always been one of my very favorite foods. In fact, when I met my former spouse, he asked me what my favorite food was, and I said mashed potatoes. Mashed potatoes have always been something I enjoy. I hate gravy. I've never liked gravy, and come to find out it's got flour in it, and I'm gluten free, so that makes a lot of sense why I didn't like gravy, but I've always loved mashed potatoes. So they're just like, they didn't have containers to give it to people or anything, and they were thinking about, dropping it off here or there, and I said, I'll take them. And they said, what are you going to do? You live alone. You're going to eat all these. And I said, I freeze them. One of my favorite mashed potatoes I get is in about a gallon bag, and it's the red potatoes, and they're mashed, and I just pull them out of the freezer. I put them in a glass jar that I have that has a lid. I mean, a glass bowl that I have, mixing bowl that I have a little lid, and I'll eat those for days. I usually have fish or chicken, or rice or potatoes and beets and salads. That's pretty much what I eat. That's pretty much all I eat. So I got 2 huge containers of mashed potatoes. And they're garlicky. Mashed potatoes are so good. And there's nothing in them I can't have. And a little wet and greasy from the steam because I put them in more. But I froze 5 or 6 gallon bags flat, about that thick, gallon bags, and then I filled up 4 of these containers for my freezer. Just just opening it and smelling the garlic, it's my mouth's watering. It's like so good. And then when I was walking around today, I was shopping and I found a dime and a penny. Now you'll have to watch my video why I pick up pennies and coins, and basically it has God's name on it, and I don't think it should be on the floor. We don't let our flag touch the ground, and I don't think our money should either because it has God's name on it. So whenever I find a coin, I pick it up and I put it in a separate container for donation. So you can look at my blog, thesecretisgratitude.com, and type in God we trust. And but usually after I started doing this, I noticed that I would find a coin when I was either in a stressful time or joyful time, or needing a reminder to trust in God. So it's kind of been this theme that I carry through on my blog of finding coins, and you'll look at them and you'll see when I find them, and I'll post about when I found them and what was going on. And so I've had a lot of bills going out, a lot of repairs on the house, and I just was a little bit stressed, and I had one container of the mashed potatoes left in my freezer, and I was like, oh, I hope I can get some more of these mashed potatoes. What happens is the food bank will have overages, and they'll give me the overages, and I pass them out to people and share what they have so they don't go to waste. So I had one container left of mashed potatoes over Thanksgiving, and I thought, gosh, I sure hope I can get some more mashed potatoes, because that's just something that's easy for me. When I'm got lots going on, I can just pull one of those containers out and stick it in the fridge, and then I've got food for a week. Pretty much that'll feed me for a week with some protein. And so I thought that just a couple days ago, and then here I end up with a freezer full of mashed potatoes. I mean, everybody thought I was crazy taking them because they didn't have room in their freezers, but I'm like, I will take all the mashed potatoes. So yay for that. So it's just every time I need something or I want something, God is so good to help me find it. And so I'm just very grateful for all of these things that I was blessed to get, and the little reminders to trust in Him with the little pennies today, or dime and a penny. So I just wanted to share that. It's kind of weird to just do a video on gratitude, but that's what my channel is called. And I used to do a lot more videos on gratitude, just individual things that I was grateful for, but I just get life gets busy, and I don't do as many because I think people think it's weird. I found another penny, it just kind of gets boring after a while. So anyway, I just wanted to share all those blessings. I'm grateful for friends that are generous with their phones, and knowing I was tight with funds right now, and grateful for the Lord. It seems like every time I have a need and I think, oh, I need that. Just today, my daughter, when I was up at her house, we had a roasting pan, and I forgot the last time I used it up there, it smoked up the house, and I thought her oven was dirty. I couldn't figure it out, so I cleaned her oven for her. This time I put the foil down. So this time I was like, oh, the foil's down, it's good, everything's good. And I put the roasting pan in, and what I noticed is the house got smoky again, and the roasting pan had a little teeny crack in the bottom. It was an enamel pan, but it had rusted through. So it was actually dripping hot oil down into the bottom and then smoking, and it could cause a fire. So I thought, she's like, I don't want it because it's going to cause a fire. And she's got 3 little kids and doesn't get out much. And so I had actually been to the secondhand store today to ask him about this, and I forgot I left something there. So I went back, and when I went back, there was a roasting pan literally sitting at eye level on the shelf right as I went in. And I thought, oh, wait, I wanted to get one of those for her for Christmas. And so it was $3 for this nice roasting, enamel roasting pan. And it looked quite new. So I was like, okay, there we go. Heavenly Father, I believe God is my Father in heaven. And I'm like, He's so good. I was like, oh, help me find one of those before Christmas so I can give it to her for Christmas. So, just little things like that happen all the time in my life. And I've learned that if I ask out loud, or I ask in a prayer or acknowledge that I would like that, then I am usually blessed with it. So try it. Ask for what you need. Not always get what you want. If I asked for a Ferrari, I probably wouldn't get that because it's not a need. But if it's a want or need that's within reason, I mean, it's like your children. If they ask you for something you can give them easily, you're going to give it to them if you can, because you want to make them happy. And that's how I believe our Father in heaven is he wants to give us things that will make us happy and make our lives easier. So I've even prayed for closed parking spots and gotten them before. So anyway, it got really long, but I'm just grateful, and I wanted to share that. So I hope you have a very blessed holiday season, and thanks for watching. Have a blessed day.